You are about to embark on a show about 4 people who find themselves thrust into the backstories of pulp culture history. Join Christopher DeVos, J.L. Trost, Laura DeVos, and Sabrina Pierre as they poorly impersonate celebrities, drink a lot of beer, and answer very hard trivia questions. You are now listening to Podcast 42.
Oh my god, guys, I can't believe we get to go tour the set where they filmed The Office.
That's what she said.
Oh, I love The Office. Jim and Pam's romance was so romantically romantic.
That's what she said.
I wonder how long we have to wait for the tour guide.
That's what she said.
I think you're using that wrong.
That's what she said.
Playing the long game again?
That's what she said.
Now it's too easy.
Agreed.
Do you guys always have to be so smug?
Smug is my middle name.
That's what she said.
That is such a Michael Scott thing to say.
I was thinking Creed.
Definitely not Creed.
That's a Dwight thing to say.
Let's not play that game. Look, here comes the tour guide now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the office.
Yay, I'm so excited!
I'm excited too! I've only been in doctor's offices, dentist offices, police offices, and garbage man offices.
Oh, I so want to ask.
Don't ask.
You know you want to, too.
I do, but I also want to go on the tour without my head hurting.
Your head hurts? I know a good doctor's office. I also know an acupuncturist and an aquarium cleaner guy.
Damn it, now I have to ask. Okay, folks, if you people would just make your way over here, we can start the tour.
Yay, the tour is gonna start.
It's been 7 years since the show ended. I wonder how dusty the desks are.
I assure you, we have kept the sets very clean, pristine even. We will have a question and answer session at the end. So now, let us begin the tour of the office. Bob, cue the music.
It's not a problem. The system's broken. I can just hum it.
Oh, please don't.
I mean, dum 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 dum. It's perfect.
That was great.
Oh, I want to do it too!
Oh, me too!
We really only have an hour for this, so...
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey guys, that was really good. I can hum a remix version.
No! I mean, wait until the end, if we have time. For now, let us visit the world of the office. As far back as ancient Rome, the Tiberium was used to house public records. It may also have served as an office building for workers.
What are you talking about?
Medieval monks may have been the first to use cubicles or a scriptatorium as they worked on manuscripts.
What does this have to do with The Office?
In Botticelli's painting of St. Augustine, while in his cell, depicts a small, 3-walled alcove with a curtain, further suggesting that such work in Renaissance times was done in secluded spaces to maximize force.
Chris, I don't think this is about The Office.
It is about The Office.
The TV show?
The TV show? What TV show? This is about the history of The Office. And throughout the years, how it evolved into the modern day high-rise.
Good going, Chris.
Well, that explains why the tickets were so cheap.
Really?
Thanks a lot for the letdown, Chris.
You are welcome.
I can't stand here and listen to this guy all day.
Neither can I.
Benny?
Jenny?
All right, what's going on now?
Well, that's Jenny, and she came in and yelled at Benny, Benny! And Benny yelled back at Jenny, Jenny?
Yeah, I got that.
Then why did you ask? You already know, ever since we did the Monday Night Football episode, I have dreamed of being a color commentator. Dreamed it!
Yeah, and I had dreamed of playing the cheerleader character, which I requested, and it never made it into the script.
Oops.
Oops is right.
Hi, folks. I'm sorry. My name is Jenny,
See, I told you so.
Shh, Sabrina.
and I'm your real host on the tour. Benny is our janitor and wannabe tour host. Benny, we have talked about this.
Sorry.
Benny, the hallway upstairs needs mopping.
I didn't even know we had an upstairs.
Benny! Benny!
Jenny?
See? They did it again! Oh. The stage direction said a loud whisper, but I did it in a careless whisper.
And I'm never gonna dance again. Oh, shucks. Do I have to?
Yes, now go.
Oh.
Okay, so who here has ever seen the American or British versions of the TV show The Office?
I think we all have.
Good! In a few moments, we will walk through the set of where they filmed the American version of The Office.
Question. Where did they film the Icelandic version of The Office?
I don't think there is an Icelandic version of The Office.
Wrong. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
Chris, please don't.
What? That's my Dwight Schrute impersonation.
That's not even Dwight Schrute. That's Jim doing Dwight Schrute. This is my Dwight Schrute impression. Security in this office park is a joke. Last year I came to work with my spud gun in a duffel bag. I sat at my desk all day with a rifle that shoots potatoes at 60 pounds per square inch. Can you imagine if I was deranged?
Mine still counts.
Here's my Dwight Schrute impression. Blah, 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 blah.
I don't remember that line.
Oh, yeah, he said it. Season 4, Episode 4, titled Dunder Mifflin Infinity. It was line 4.
Okay. So, as I was saying, we will be touring the American version of The Office set. A couple of rules. 1, no touching of anything on the set.
Ooh, I like touching.
2, no pictures of anything on the set.
Ooh, I like pictures.
And number 3, we have seen this bit before, Sabrina.
Ooh, I like repeating bits.
Great! Let's find out who is in our group.
I'll start. I'm Chris, and this is the part where everyone says, "Hi, Chris."
This isn't an AA meeting.
Or a triple A meeting. Those are boring.
I'm JL. I like beer, marathons, sunsets, beer sunsets, and marathon beers.
And I'm Laura. Hi.
I'm Sabrina. My hobbies include kickboxing, hunting, macaroon art, and writing.
Shouldn't that be macaroni art?
You do yours your way, I do mine.
Okay.
But I use macaroons. It's like macaroni art, but much more Frenchy.
Hello. This is Bruder.
Okay, well, that's everyone on my list. Let's begin. The Office originally aired on BBC 2 on July 9th, 2001.
That's British. I love British things like Doctor Who and Holy Grails.
And
Tea?
they don't drink sweet tea in England.
I bet the footballers do.
I was thinking biscuits. You like biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits in England are cookies.
I know. Laura eats weirdly.
I do not eat cookies and gravy.
You okay?
Of course. Proceed.
The series was created, written, and directed by Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant. The show follows the day-to-day lives of office employees and the Slough branch of the Warnman Hogg Paper Company. The model being where life is stationary.
I use their paper all the time.
Well, they are not real.
Right. I mean to say I use their fake paper all the time. Especially the Post-it notes. Because that's the British thing to do.
And why is that the British thing to do?
Because the British use the post.
That's not the same thing. One is for sending mail in England, and the other is little colored pieces of paper for writing notes on.
Exactly.
Bruder wants his money back.
No refunds. Alrighty then. Ricky Gervais also stars in this series, playing the central character David Brent. In total, there are only 14 episodes of the British version of The Office and 2 45-minute Christmas special episodes.
Ooh, are we going to tour the British Office set?
No, just the American version.
Because I'm willing to cruise to England to look at it.
Cruise to England? Wouldn't flying...
You heard me. Cruise to England.
Well, we can consider that for future tours.
Okay.
So, Ricky Gervais played David Brent, who in the American version was Steve Carell as Michael Scott. Martin Freeman of Lord of the Rings and Hitchhiker's Guide fame was Tim. Jim in the American version. Dwight was Gareth and Dawn was Pam.
Is there an office set on this office tour?
That's what she said.
Yes, that is coming up next. Right behind this door, actually. I'm going to open it, and remember, we can walk around and look, but no touching.
No touching.
Right, that's what I said. Okay, here we go.
Wow, this looks just like The Office.
Well, that's because it is. This is the main set of the show, hence the tour.
Look! It's the Jell-O stapler.
Ooh, and over here is where Pam sat as the receptionist.
And these blinds really work in Michael Scott's office. Watch this. Open, close, open, close.
Sabrina! What did we say about touching?
No touching.
I didn't think the blinds counted.
They count. Everything counts.
This is Michael Scott's Boss mug!
Sabrina, everything.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'll put it down.
Despite never reaching past 41 in the Nielsen's ratings, it has become a cultural phenomenon. And that's thanks in part to Netflix. The show has counted for 45.8 billion streaming minutes.
That's more than Stranger Things.
That's what she said.
How do you know that?
It's my job to know things.
I like to watch the Great British Baking Show.
I would watch that. It's British. I would watch that on a cruise.
Are you going to Dr. Seuss that?
No.
I will then. I would watch that on a cruise. I would watch that with a bruise.
I would watch that on a plane. I would watch that in Spain.
Stop. Let's just leave it at cruise.
Does anyone know what makes The Office unique in its filming style?
Yeah, that's easy.
That's what she said.
The Office was filmed in a single camera style, where most sitcoms are filmed in a 3-camera setup.
Yes, that's right.
JL is like Tyrion, except taller and no battle axe wounds to the face.
Well, thank goodness for that.
Dwight Schrute might say, fact, the battle axe had less precision than a sword, but was cheap to use and required limited skill.
It's Dwight. Hello, Dwight. I love your brown suits and yellow shirts.
No, Laura, it's just me. I was just saying Dwight might say something like that, and by the way, he wears mustard shirts.
Ooh, mustard is the proper color to wear for a person who holds the position of assistant to the regional manager.
And not only that, but Dwight was a bed and breakfast proprietor at Schrute Farms, a beet plantation owner, and the owner of the business park in which Dunder Mifflin resides. Plus, don't forget he once was a volunteer policeman.
Do you guys want to take over the tour?
No. These guys never know what they're talking about, unlike Gravity Beard.
Well, I do know Dwight was the best salesman in the office, and he hid weapons everywhere in case someone attacked. He even saved Jim once